going on, Jerome's? So the only power rankings that matter, of course, comes out on Wednesday morning. The most accurate power rankings in the known universe. So if you disagree with any single one of the rankings, you're wrong. How does it feel? Ooh, Texas is going to be in there this time. Bama goes down. Also, just saw that the Vikings got our guy Rob Salah, unemployment line. Yeah, the Vikings are just coach killers. So Rob Salah out of a job with the Jets. Jeff Ulbrich promoted to interim, and that's what's going to happen every single week, every single way. Hey, Dan Campbell's actually going to have to get that job at Applebee's after week 7. Woo! That's right, man. But looking around the league, as we like to do, Vikings, I don't know. I feel sort of itchy when the Vikings started getting some respect, and it's been respect that's been carried over the last couple of weeks ever since the Vikings put the bang thing on the Texans. They took care of the Packers, and now on international stage, really humbling Aaron Rodgers and company, and then getting Rob Salah fired. So a lot of things going on. So ESPN had the Vikings at 2. Of course, the Chiefs still at 1. Whatever. Hey, I can't believe that they're celebrating the Chiefs. The Chiefs finally get a double-digit win at home against Derek Carr. Congratulations, man. Hey, also remember when Derek Carr and Clint Kubiak were seen as MVP and future head coach material after 2 weeks? What happened? But the Vikings 5-0. The said fantasy surprise, Sam Darnold, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. The Athletic, Vikings at numero uno. Ooh, I love to see that. Darnold's surprising season is nicely illustrated by his fantasy numbers. What's to do with all this fantasy obsession, man? His average draft position was 223. His actual rank at blah, 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 fantasy stuff. Minnesota's complaining with the Vikings Minnesota's complaining with the Vikings undefeated. No one in Minnesota is complaining with the Vikings undefeated. Reading is hard. Aaron Jones has been a good pick, but left early Sunday with a hip injury. Hopefully we get some news on that early this week. CBS, Pete Prisco got the Vikings at 2. No change there. I mean, I understand if you have the Chiefs at 1. I mean, respect. I mean, if you come for the king, you better not miss, right? The offense for the Vikings offense showed some flaws against the Jets, but the defense came up big again. Brian Flores is doing a heck of a job with that unit. But yeah, offensively, I mean, you got to respect the Jets. I mean, the Jets are a top 5, top 6 defense, even though Rob Salah just got fired, and they're legit. Weather was a factor. Turf was a factor. So just chalk it up as one of those days. Offense is certainly going to be fine. Yahoo! Vikings. So also, Yahoo counts it down. You know, like it's Ryan Seacrest, Dick Clark, rocking New Year's Eve. Vikings at 2, Chiefs at 1. Vikings. We'll see how well the Jets win ages, but we can put it in the quality win bucket for now. That's 4. Hey, well, it's not our fault if the Jets suck the rest of the way, man. Hey, I was told reliably that Aaron Rodgers is a generational quarterback, and the Vikings picked his ass 3 times, including a pick 6 and including the game sealer. Hey, don't hit the player, hit the game. That's 4 impressive wins in a row for the Vikings. Thank you. The offense wasn't great, but that was against a tough defense. Thank you. The enemy gets a vote. No team has looked more complete this season. Kind of like Yahoo. So we have McAfee, not Pat McAfee, but McAfee antivirus. And what's annoying is that they consistently change the default search engine to Yahoo. So every single time I like restart the computer, I have to switch it back to Google. So I don't know. Or maybe we should use like one of those new age ones that don't track you or give you ads. I don't know, man. Sports Illustrated. We're getting too far into the weeds. Number 3, Vikings. Now, notably, the lines are at 2. Cool. So the Vikings 5-0. While the paint job seems to be thinning a bit on the Viking Supernova. Oh, that doesn't make sense. You can't paint a supernova. It would melt. This team has given itself an incredible runway and gets a massive showdown with the Lions after their bye week. Oh, it's massive because Sports Illustrated says that the Lions are number 2, please. An early self-scout and rest period for veterans like Aaron Jones are coming at the right time. Brian Flores can evolve on a scheme that no one can seem to figure out. That's the thing, too. I was told that Aaron Rodgers is a generational quarterback and the veteran would be able to solve Brian Flores' scheme. Nope, not so much. We'll have to wait another week for the latest Andrew Van Ginkel pick 6. What if Van Ginkel just ends the season with like 7 pick 6s? That would be awesome, man. USA Today. Vikings at 2 behind the Chiefs. They wobbled out of London with a close shave victory. However, quarterback Sam Darnold looked like Sam Darnold. And Aaron Jones' hip injury further hindered the offense. Good thing there's more to this team, like a ferocious defense and outside linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel, the first player in league history to record at least 3 sacks and multiple pick sixes in the first 5 weeks of a season. Now we're just like working in stats all over the place. It's like when the Twins were bad, and John Gordon was like, the Twins are 3-0 on Tuesdays at home in a leap year, or something like that. I miss John Gordon on WCC. NFL.com, Eric Edholm. So this is the guy that Vikings fans bullied into giving the Vikings some respect, because I think it was after the Niners game, the Vikings were still at like 22 or something like that. Vikings at 1. The bye week would have felt a lot different had the Vikings somehow coughed up Sunday's game in London after jumping out to a 17-0 lead, but they didn't. But as shaky as things got, all 3 phases contributed in a notable way in the 23-17 victory over the Jets, pushing the dream start to this campaign to 5-0. Sam Darnold struggled worse than he had all season, badly overthrowing an interception in traffic and opened the door for Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, but then the defense slammed it. The offense struggled with a lot with the loss of Aaron Jones to a hip injury, but Darnold made enough big throws late. That's the thing, too. In both the Packers and the Jets game, Darnold put together a drive when they needed it, and they got a brace of a field goal both times. Andrew Van Ginkel opened the floodgates. Gilmore's closed door, but don't forget Will Rockers. 3 big field goals in crummy weather, 2 of them from beyond 50 yards. It's okay to win ugly sometimes. Thank you. Someone finally gets it. Eric Edholm. He understands. Also, I don't think the Reichers get enough respect for those kicks, man. 33rd team, Vikings at 2, Chiefs at 1. No change. It shouldn't be shocking anymore at this point that the Minnesota Vikings are ranked so highly. No team in the NFL has played a more difficult schedule. Thank you. And they have faced a gauntlet of elite quarterbacks, including C.J. Stroud, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, and Aaron Rodgers. Again, thank you. No one brings that up. Everyone says that the Lions are the cat's ass because of their, but you don't even look at their schedule. It's ridiculous, man. Yet they conquered them all. The Vikings are absolutely a legit playoff contender, and with a Week 6 bye upcoming, it will be hard to put an NFC team ahead of them anytime soon. Although some of those other teams did. And of course, Mike Florio, not a thermos. Vikings at 3. Of course, he has the Lions at 2. Dan Skipper, blah, 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 blah. The special teams need work, with the exception of the kicker. I don't know. I feel like that's true, but also I feel like that's such a Vikings fan thing, just nitpicking. It's like, well, the defense is generational and the offenses look really good at times, and but the special teams need work, and they do. I mean, he's not wrong in that regard, but you're always looking for the negative. Whatever you look to find every single day, you're going to find. That's how things work, man. But it's all right. Hey, the haters and the losers in the media, they got to keep up. Hey, I wonder what's going to happen if and when the Vikings destroy the Lions Week 7. What's going to happen? The Vikings take a tumble? Well, they barely beat. The Lions are overrated. No, that's not going to happen, man. Actually, Lions won't even fall that far because it's like, well, they just played a really good Vikings team. Thank you. It's about time, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Take a look around the national media Jabroni haircut landscape where the Vikings end up on their Week 6 power rankings. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You know what to do. Skull production value.